if you have a mobile device and the internet, mobile device being a phone, a tablet, or a PC, in this 21st century, trust me, you have no excuse for being where you are. You're either learning, making money, or doing both and being happy. My name is Emeka Eze, and this is the Internet Business Show. On the Internet Business Show today on DABA TV, we're going to talk about the power of the internet in taking you from point A to point B. We're also going to be talking to a very intelligent young man who happens to be the head technical analyst for Digital Abundance. He's also the manager at Crypto Hub, which is the very first Nigerian platform to teach crypto education and, of course, blockchain. My name is Emeka Eze again, and this is DABA TV. And when we go on the short break and back, I will show you to my guest in the studio today. Stay with me. Welcome back from that short break. This is still DABA TV. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You're watching the Internet Business Show, and I am Emeka Eze. Before I went on that short break, I told you briefly about my guest in the studio today. His name is Nolan Amadi, the Chief Technical Analyst for Digital Abundance, the manager at Crypto Hub, the first Nigerian platform to teach blockchain and cryptocurrency education. And of course, he's a co-facilitator for the Trade and Make Money course on www.daba.school. Nolan Amadi is in the studio with me. Nolan, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you too.
You look awesome. It's been a very, very cool day. You and I have been having a conversation before now, and I'm impressed with a lot of things you've told me up until this point. We have a lot to share in the studio today. How are you, Nolan?
I'm doing well.
Fine.
Sure.
Well, Nolan is more one to talk too much, but the thing is, when Nolan actually starts talking, it gets even more interesting. So we are going to start by meeting Nolan as usual. Who is Nolan Amadi?
Well, Nolan is a curiosity-driven individual, right? So that's just it. On a scale.
On a scale, a curiosity-driven individual. I guess he doesn't want to go through saying everything I said about him before, and plus he's also trying to be simple. But that says it all on the show today. Nolan is a curiosity-driven individual. Nolan, in the course of this conversation, we're going to see how curious you've become and what your curiosity have helped you achieve over the years and where it has actually brought you. So first, we want to know, being that this is the Internet Business Show, one of the most common questions I like to ask a lot of my guests is, what was your first exposure to the internet?
Right. That was starting up 2010, 2011.
Okay.
Right. That was when I really started doing stores on the internet. Right. During that same particular time, we were making use of Blackberries and Javas and Symbians. Yeah. Those were the days, right? And those were the days I really got involved in the internet. And still at that particular point in time, I just kickstarted my career in cybersecurity. So that was like an entry point for me into the internet.
Great, interesting. While I was talking about your profile in the beginning, I didn't even mention the parts where you actually had an experience with cybersecurity. Okay, that's by the way. However, we properly established the fact that you are the Chief Technical Analyst for Digital Abundance. And we're talking about technical analysis, cryptocurrency, in the space of cryptocurrency. Yeah. So let's go with this other question. How did you first get in touch with cryptocurrency? What was your first exposure to cryptocurrency?
All right. Coming through cryptocurrency, that was late. That was Q3. That was Q3 2016, during the whole bubble, the whole MLM bubble, right? That was my entry into crypto and blockchain.
Oh, beautiful. Yes. Now, talking about your entry into crypto and blockchain, for the first time meeting, first exposure to crypto and blockchain, a lot of us had a couple of doubts inside of us, disbelief and all. My question to you on that aspect is, what captivated you the most about cryptocurrency? What was it you saw and you're like, oh, I want to get into this? What captivated you the most?
All right, during the early days, right, during that particular point, just like I stated, my career in the internet started just as this guy that I was so interested in cybersecurity. So when I first heard about blockchain, I heard about Bitcoin. Then in 2016, the thing that got me was when I heard that this particular coin cannot be hacked and it is decentralized. And still a plus to that, you could initiate a transfer without a third party, right? And I've always been somebody that never liked the banks, that never liked the traditional finance stuff.
Banks,
So,
yeah.
and that actually caught my attention. I was like, whoa, fine, this is kind of like a plus to me. I think this is something I could play in for the long game. Then I just came in basically for the tech.
Interesting. So your first exposure to cryptocurrency was you're being eager to learn. You wanted to know exactly what this tech is about.
Yeah.
That's phase one. However, today, cryptocurrency is making you money. All
Sure,
right.
of
So
course.
at what point in your journey of trying to be curious, at what point did you realize that, okay, this cryptocurrency thing
Yeah.
is going to make me real legitimate wealth? At what point did you know cryptocurrency was a source of wealth?
All right. Just like I said initially, I was just there basically for the tech, right? And I think if anyone wants to scale on a system, you want to do better on a system. I think trying to fix yourself in that particular stuff that did originate, or let me say where that did give that particular thing a meaning. Trying to fix yourself into that particular stuff, understanding the background, the tech background, it does help us scale in the first place. So just like I said, I was in there for tech just because of what my mentors taught me early in the days, right? I had people like, remember I said I came in during the MLM bubble, right? I had mentors, right? I had people like John, I had people like Andre and all that. So they all started their whole mentoring on blockchain, trying to understand how things basically did work, right? So I was just basically flowing and understand. I was just basically just doing the stuff for the tech, all right, learning and all that. Then at some particular point, I now found out that it's an MLM platform, so there's incentive attached to it when you get to do a particular stuff. Then I was, oh, fine. That means if I get to maybe promote this platform and serve it better to huge amounts of community,
Audience, yeah.
at some point I just get rewarded because of my efforts, right? Then still at that particular point, the project now released a roadmap. Now I was like, oh, fine. If this project is set to hit a particular price in the next 2 years, that means right now me being a big player in it, in the next 2 years, I'm gonna be a millionaire. So I was like, fine, that really caught my attention. In as much as I've always been there for the tech, right now learning that, holding this particular project or being a big player in this particular project in the next 2 years is going to turn me into a millionaire.
Did you get to become that millionaire in the next 2 years?
That it was like that on that scale, like what I had in mind becoming wasn't actually didn't
But
really
you
happen.
made profit from that project.
Sure, I did really I did.
Interesting. So from what you responded now, you give room for mentorship.
Yeah, sure, I did.
You mentioned a couple of mentors you worked with at the start. Some white international
guys,
mentors, you worked with.
Yeah.
So, but today you work with Chris Annie and you do a lot with the Digital Abundance brand.
Yeah.
My question to you now is, how has meeting Chris Annie helped you in your career? How has it changed your career?
All right, still at that particular moment, right, everything is just still dated way back 2016, 2017, right? So in as much as I was involved in a project, right, in a project that I had this huge belief in that just in about 2 to 3 years to come, that means I would be this rich guy at the top of the charts, right?
Yeah.
Then it's always going smoothly until it just didn't go as planned. Then that was starting Q2 2017.
Okay.
Everything started just going or started going south. And I was like, oh, if I actually did believe in something that could potentially turn me into a multimillionaire, and then it's kind of like failing, what other ways am I going to make money? What other ways could I possibly make money still while being a big blockchain and Bitcoin maximalist? So that now brought me to that was when I started researching, what are other ways you could make money on with Bitcoin and on blockchain without just basically being a part of a project or promoting a particular community.
This was still a product of your curiosity.
It's still a product of my curiosity. So I was just on my phone, right? Just then I started checking on Facebook and all that. I did a lot of research, and then I picked an interest in trading, right? And that now brought me to, oh, let me even see where I could maybe possibly buy a course that would always guide me. And as much as we are open to the internet, where we know that, one thing I tell people about the internet is kind of like an information and content repository. If you don't get to streamline your efforts or the process to getting particular stuff done, you just end up stuck at a tutorial purgatory. So I was just right there, the informations and content I was seeing as regard trading
and all
and
that.
Bitcoin and blockchain was just all overwhelming. I mean, it was just whole massive. Then I need somebody that's gonna put me through, that's gonna tell me what to do and what not to do. Just a mentor, a guide to me really achieving what I have from the onset, picked interest in. So I now met Chris Annie. Then on Facebook, right? So we connected, and then I had to buy a course from him. And funny enough, and he gave me a discount. And then it was like a big plus to me because wow, I was like, oh, fine, that was actually how I met him and how my whole career started in trading and becoming maybe a renowned technical analyst.
No, not maybe, because you're definitely a renowned technical analyst for one of the biggest, crypto platforms you can think of in a country. Now, subsequently, you mentioned in your explanation that you got a course at that point. That was what taught you firsthand. You learned your ways, you learned the nooks and crannies of the trading business, and Chris Annie subsequently became a mentor to you.
Sure, of course.
Today, you are not just a mentee to Chris Annie. You are a partner. You are a friend, and you even co-facilitated the Trade and Make Money course. What aspect of that course did you facilitate?
I took care of the part that dealt with technical analysis and just positioning yourself better in the market. That positioning and making use of technical analysis as an hedge, right, to better position in the market. Beautiful. I did handle that very well.
Great. What better place or what better part of the course would Nolan Amadi, the Chief Technical Analyst for Digital Abundance, handle in the Trade and Make Money course up there at www.daba.school? Of course, it has to be the technical analysis part of it. Sorry about that. Now, of course, we are still on the show, and this is the Internet Business Show with Nolan Amadi. My name is Emeka Eze, and this is DABA TV. We're going to go on a short break. Then when we're back, we're going to ask Nolan questions surrounding the recent tweets by Chris Annie himself about Nolan's mastery in the crypto space, even in the red market. When we're back from this short break, we'll have more conversations. Stay with me, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Internet Business Show. I am Emeka Eze, and this is DABA TV. With me in the studio is Nolan Amadi, the Chief Technical Analyst for Digital Abundance, of course, the manager at Crypto Hub, and the co-facilitator for the Trade and Make Money course in DABA.school. Nolan and I have had an interesting chat on how he started off in his journey in the cryptocurrency, his first exposure to the internet, and of course, how he met Chris Annie, the CEO at Digital Abundance, and what that has done for his life. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about how much Chris Annie is fond of you and your skills around the trading and the cryptocurrency space and your knowledge around that space. You see, recently, Chris has dropped a couple of tweets about you. Listen to this. Nolan is a genius in this crypto market. Oh. These white guys will be on Twitter threatening us with bare posts, while Nolan will be in our signal rooms boosting our morale. When people are calling 30K and 28K, Nolan will be dropping mad calls. Next, you are 30% up. And he tweeted that with a proof of some of your signals and how it actually worked out. And with a huge emoji of laughter. Listen to this again. One of these ladies, one of these international, crypto traders said something about the markets going really bad. And this was Chris's response. He said, "You don't even know what you're doing. Just dancing and swinging up and down. You guys were tweeting heavy beers that told people to leave the crypto market like we died. Makes me appreciate the genius we have in Nolan Amadi, not a confusion." Now, those two tweets are about you from the CEO of Digital Abundance himself, where you are the Chief Technical Analyst. Now, my question to you is, how did you harness or how did you train yourself to be able to get to this stage of mastery when it comes to crypto trading and analysis? How did you get to this point?
Just before now, I talked about how the whole transitioning and all that to the point I had to submit to mentorship by purchasing a course right at Crypto Hub then,
Yeah.
right before you tend to the trade and make money
Yeah.
we have today, right? So my journey as a trader and a technical analyst, where I started just that 2017 with Chris, and
Annie.
he's just it for me. I mean, he was the person that started the whole stuff for me. All right, so coming through 2017, it happened that 2017 was actually the top of the bubble of the last bull run, right, of that particular bull run. So we all came in when the market was at that euphoria stage, right? We made lots of money. We made lots of money, and then coming through 2017 late, that was December, January, then we entered into a bear market, right? But then in the bear market comes with a whole lot of stores, which one of them is losing money constantly. You lose money constantly in the bear market. Even when you think you're right, you just lost money. So still on that particular time, I was still one thing about crypto is that you don't learn, you don't just get to a point and say that you're done learning, or you've mastered the stuff. All right. And you just get to learn constantly. All right. And one thing most times that did help me on my learning career is that based on research, they say that if you comfortably do something about for 6 to 6 days, you get to turn into a habit, right? At that particular point, at that initial stage, I was constantly learning based on the course and also based on research, right? You get so I was just basically learning or on the internet doing my research. So and then it happened that it was a bear market, so I was just looking for what other ways, how can I survive this particular period, because I've got lots of bills to pay, I've lots of bills to pay. People I have patients in school that reached out to me. I need this solved. I need it. I just need it. Because one thing about me is when I get into a system, I just make sure like I'm not just there for the short term or just to play momentarily or just for the quick gains. I stay in the system, and I just max I just max in that particular system. So while I was doing that, so I just really started learning. I mean, it's two phases of the market. We had a bull run, we had a bear market. So it comes with different stuff. So you need to, whichever one, you just need to master how to survive in it. So that brought me to learning, going deeper into understanding how to survive. And that was when I started learning deeper, going deeper into mastering technical
Until you
analysis,
got to
until
the
I got to this
level
particular.
where you are now. So from what you said, there are two things that actually helped you to get to this level of mastery.
Yeah.
One, you had the long-term mindset. You were
yeah.
here to stay in the game no matter how it
bad
goes.
it
So
is, yeah.
you have established yourself in the system. And secondly, for you to stay relevant in the system, you had to keep learning and learning and
It's like
learning
turn into a habit.
until you turned it into a habit. So today, Nolan Amadi is not just a professional technical analyst. He is, or a crypto trader. It is a habit. It is his habit to trade. It is habitual of him to hit the market because it is something he's done over and over again. And of course, he didn't do that without learning. Talking about learning, the very beautiful place you can take that opportunity to learn today is on the DABA.school, a platform that teaches you the skills for the future. Because of course, we are no longer living in the jobs economy. This is the skills economy. So feel free to visit www.daba.school, where you will learn courses or skills like crypto trading with the course Trade and Make Money. Of course, there is design and earn, there is UI UX design, there is graphics design, there is video editing course, cake baking course, drone piloting course, affiliate marketing course, and a host of other courses you can find on www.daba.school. Of course, you can see it here, www.daba.school. So moving on, Nolan, for me, I have always known that learning does the magic.
Yeah.
We don't come into any space and feel like we know it all.
Yeah.
We are comfortable. We know what's moving on from here. We know what to do. But learning requires tools, resources, a process. For you, what role has the internet played in your becoming a master in this space? How has the internet been helpful for you?
All right. So remember shortly before I picked the course, right? I made mention that at some point I was just confused. Like I said, the internet is kind of like a tutorial or information and content repository.
Yeah.
That when you don't stream or get to define your path really well, you get stuck in that tutorial purgatory, and that's brought me to purchasing the course from Chris Arney, right? In as much I purchased the course, I didn't just I didn't just relied on it, right? I went through the course, and at some particular point, I what I did was now I learned from this. I learned from this particular session. I picked that particular section that I learned from, and I searched something related to it as well on the internet.
On
Do
the
you get?
internet.
So each particular phase that I went through on that course, I didn't just let me just get it from this particular course. I learned a lot from there, and I also those particular sessions I did my well research on it. I made use of. I mean, YouTube is one of the best things that ever happened to our time. There's nothing you can't find on YouTube, right? So I made use of YouTube, and funny enough, majority these days don't even know how to make use of Google to do better stuff, better learning. So I made use of Google a lot, and so it did help me. I mean, it did help me redefine my path, because at that particular point, remember, I said it was a bear market. It was the bear market that did forge majority of us that are doing well today. All right, because at that particular point, I wanted to quit. I mean, the market was so brutal that I just wanted to quit. But then remember,
what year were we talking about here?
The crypto markets, right?
Yeah.
It was just so brutal that I just wanted to quit. I mean, I was like, but then I now had to go through the process of learning, right? The internet did play a huge role on that, YouTube and all that, the course and be also being a mentee of Christian, because I've always followed him. I always followed his tweets, his posts on Facebook, and his views actually did help me a lot. So internet did play a very big role to redefining my thoughts. Remember, I said in the first time that whenever I'm playing in a system, I'm not just there to play short-term bets, right? So the mindset has always been there. Whatever happens, I'm going to stay with this particular stuff. So it just did help me at that particular point spread by my wings to making sure, whatever stuff I'm getting on the internet, right, I'm just going to use it to redefine my path and just gain my ground very well in the crypto market.
Beautiful, interesting. This is more like a masterclass to anyone interested in the crypto space and who's watching this now. You're probably confused out there. You're asking yourself, how do I get started? Or where do I get this knowledge from? Or you already have the knowledge, you've gotten started, and you're confused about making progress. Already, this is a masterclass. Now, I'm going to ask you, if you are to address a newbie in the crypto space, what is one advice you'd give them?
A newbie in the crypto space. Well, the person is in the crypto space, so it's much likely that person is just there for the money. Period. So, and just my advice, right? In as much as you're trying to make money, learn first, right? Go for the knowledge. The money is even the incentive, like it's a reward for learning, right? That's just go for
Interesting.
knowledge.
Go for the knowledge. It is simple. It is straight to the point. It's coming from someone who's put his hands in the game, pulled the mud, and also stained his cloth with the mud with all the experience. And he tells you, do not just think about the money. Go for the knowledge. Interesting one, Nolan. Now, let us take a look at your personal self. Looking at how far you have come, what choices would you have, would you want to change, or what choices would you want to make better if you had the opportunity to turn back the hands of time? Looking back into the years. Now Nolan is here. Nolan is made. You sometimes sit down and you think, if I had the opportunity to do this again, what is that thing, that choice you would make differently?
All right, it's kind of like this is a question that when you put it to majority, right? Fine, Bitcoin today is trading above $40,000. So normally somebody will say, an average person will say, taking back to 2011, 10, when we were just below, when we just $1, $10. Let me stack more of Bitcoin and come to the present time and sell. But then for me, I'd say just take me back to 2016, because I have unfinished stuff right there that if I just, initially I said that was when I came in, and I was just basically there for the tech. I mean, I've always been, even till now, I'm here for the tech. Just leave the money aside. So taking me back to 2016, then let me just change a few things. There was this project, right? And I believe so much in, right? So much in the tech and the future and all that. I invested a whole lot of it. I mean, running into thousands of Ethereum, right? So, and imagine taking me back to that particular point, and then I just from there come back to this particular point. That means that my dream I had then
Would have been a reality.
would have been a reality.
But it is not. It is, all doors are not completely closed. Realities are
Yeah.
still very much open to come around. So, of course, everybody has decisions they would have done better if they took them back into time. This question, Nolan, is for you because, I mean, with your experience in the crypto space, you had seen losses, you had seen life-changing gains, you had seen pumps, you had seen dumps.
Dumps too, yeah.
Yes, you had seen people come into the crypto space for the first time and boom, they're cashing out. And you've seen people who's been there for a while and are still wondering, when am I going to cash out?
Low?
Now, so the question now for you is, what would you say to a crypto investor, or what would you say about crypto investment to somebody, to a newbie who knows nothing about cryptocurrency and coming in for the first time?
And just coming in for the first time, but you just rather trying to invest. You're coming in as an investor.
Yes. What would you say to such persons?
All right, this is as well a two-way thing, right? At that particular point, your mind is filled up. All you're just trying to is you're looking for ways to double your money. You're looking for ways to invest and make money off your investment. Even if at that particular point, I tell you just go and learn, you won't, because your mind, you just want to make money, right? So at that particular point, I'd say first, look for a platform, a trusted platform. In this case, I lead the development, the technical development at Crypto Life, right?
Yeah.
So look for a platform first, invest, and you don't invest and leave. That's one thing people don't understand. People think they just invest in the system and leave, all right? So you invest and then you learn. So now this is why I'm saying invest, you learn, because initially, we know that your mind is already choked up. You're looking for where to
You just
make,
want to
make
flip
income,
the cash.
flip the cash and make income. So now you already invested, you've been able to hedge against time, right? Because as time is going, investment counts, days count. Now you've been able to hedge against that. You know that now I've invested, my time is counting on that particular investment. Now it's time for me to learn. All right. So you invest, you learn, right? But then on that's on that one, you can also like I said, your mind is already choked up. So let's say you don't want to invest first. The key to better investment, I mean, if you really want to invest in something that you don't want to invest for just you don't want to use as a short-term bet, you really need to understand how that system works.
Yes,
so
true.
you really need to study even before investing.
So you're saying learn,
invest. But let's say you just want to hedge against time, so you're just so maybe aggressive to making money. Okay, invest, then start learning how that system works.
So any which way for you, learning is not out of place.
No, learning is not out of
place. Yeah. And then Nolan mentioned the platform Crypto Life Capital. Crypto Life Capital. So you want to tell us about Crypto Life Capital?
Yeah, sure. I mean, website is up rather. You could make use of, because I just won't basically tell you, just need to do your own research about how this works.
Exactly.
Because me telling you is just you capitalizing on my words.
Yes, so
right?
it's important that
you just
yourself.
learn, you find out yourself. It's just right there, Crypto Life. Just find out yourself how this platform works.
Thank you very much for that, Nolan. And so that is it. You're a newbie in the crypto space. You have something you've learned from this conversation. You're looking to make an investment in the crypto space. There's something you have learned from this conversation. Right there in the screens would be the website for Crypto Life Capital. And of course, you can actually visit the website and learn more. I am sure that this is not also the first time you've had Nolan Amadi, Chief Technical Analyst for Digital Abundance. And today he's with us on DABA TV as one of the guests for the Internet Business Show. We are now going to go for a short break, and that's returning from that short break will take us on a bonus question session with Nolan Amadi. So we're taking a break from all the crypto chats, the internet chat, the business chat. Let us come down to earth and know Nolan even more personally. We'll go on this short break, and when we're back, we'll have Nolan for the bonus questions. Stay with me. Welcome back from that short break. You're still watching the Internet Business Show with Emeka Eze, and with me in the studio is Nolan Amadi, the Chief Technical Analyst at Digital Abundance, and of course the manager at Crypto Hub and a co-facilitator for the Trade and Make Money course on DABA.school. Nolan and I had an interesting time talking about his journey in the crypto space, his exposure to the internet, his idea and thoughts about mentorship, and how meeting Chris Annie has changed his career. He has also given us his 2 cents. If you're a newbie in the industry, you must have learned something listening to Nolan Amadi. And we're at the point where we drop all the serious talk and let's ease out a little. So Nolan, we'll have 5 quick questions for you to mix up the bonus questions. And answering these questions tells us more about you. So question number 1 is this. What is one thing about you many people don't know?
One thing about me many people don't know. Really, I think many people all around there they know about me. It's just it. Oh, maybe one thing they don't know about me. Maybe okay. People don't think I make losses.
People don't think you make losses.
Yeah.
Because of how well they know how you trade. But you also make losses. Everybody makes losses.
Everybody makes losses. Yeah.
But fortunately or unfortunately, I don't want to make this question about trading. This is about you, Nolan. What is one thing people don't know about you personally?
Okay. Wow. It's not really a hard question, but I'm still stuck in that place. Yeah.
We're gonna come back to the question. I want us to move on and come back to it later.
I think we should move on and come back to it.
Come back to it. Good. Fine. All right then. Nolan happens to be the first guest on my show that I had to come back to a question on. All right, fine. Question 2.
All right.
Tell us 2 truths and a lie about you.
2 truths and a lie. Well, okay, fine. The truth about me, it's
No, just say it. We are going to be able to figure out the truth or the lies ourselves.
Okay.
Tell us 2 truths and a lie. You don't have to say which is the truth or which is not true, which is a lie.
Okay, I'm a blockchain and Bitcoin maximalist. That's one. Curiosity driven. And the lie. Majority okay.
You're going to say majority of people think I win all the time. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Okay, majority thinks that I'm inhuman.
You're inhuman. Seriously. Okay,
that I'm just from space.
Yes, majority.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm just from
I was thinking, do you really think that way? But he said majority. I don't know your majority, so I don't know the conversations you've gotten into with people, and so that's very possible.
Yeah.
Because it's your person. But sometimes you look like you're out of space.
Out of space.
Yes, you look like you're not.
Yeah, sure.
Here.
It's kind of like a goal, right?
You want to be out of space.
Out of space.
Oh, I never told you. Nolan is highly interested in astrology. Is that correct?
Yeah, Theory is a big fan of theoretical physics.
You hear that? Okay. Beyond trading crypto, this man is somebody else. All right. Let's move on. Question number 3. What makes a perfect woman for you?
A perfect woman.
Yeah.
A perfect woman, right? Yeah, of course. She was beautiful, right?
Beautiful in what aspect? Beautiful
all round.
All
now,
round.
when I look at her, I just know, yeah, it's her for me.
So it means that if I'm a woman and I have the perfect face, but the body is not 10 over 10, that is not all round for you.
I think what makes a perfect woman for me? Really?
Oh, she must be beautiful. Let's keep it. Let's keep that part. 1, she must be beautiful. What else?
Well, perfect woman. Yeah, should match up with me. I mean, because I move fast a lot. So the perfect woman should as well be able to move alongside me because I move fast a lot.
I mean, you mean when you are walking on the street?
No, I mean in everything I do.
Beautiful.
everything I do, I'm always fast, and before I take a step, I've already calculated the outcome. So you should be able to,
Match that energy.
match that energy.
Great, interesting. So number 4, I think the fourth question would now be in 3 words.
Yeah,
In just 3 words. You're not going to say anything other than 3 words.
yeah.
Define love in 3 words.
Should define love in 3 words.
Yeah.
Right. Love in 3 words. Love, love, love. That's 3 words.
So to you, love is love.
Love is love.
Love is love. So in 3 words to Nolan, love is love. Define love in 3 words. Love. That's both a technical way to define love, and you're trying to hide from what your real concept of love is. Because you're telling us love is love, and love is love, and love is love. That's what you just said. Define love in
Yeah.
3 words. Love,
Love is
love,
love,
love.
love. Right?
Oh, beautiful. I'm not surprised it's coming from Nolan Amadi at all. At all. Now, this is technical, Nolan. An 8-hour night with the love of your life in a place of your choice. Or an 8-hour night making $1,000 every hour. Which means at the end of the 8-hour night, you have $8,000.
Okay.
However, on the other hand, if you're spending a night with the love of your life, with a place of your choice, you're probably going to spend more than $8,000. Or maybe around that or less. I don't know. It depends on the place of your choice. What would you pick?
I'd go with the first one. 8 hours.
An
Wait.
8-hour night?
Yeah,
with the
because looking
love
at
of your
this,
life.
it's just $1,000 an hour. So I don't think I can trade that. It's more like trading a king for the night. So it doesn't really go well.
So you'd go for an 8-hour night with the love of your life. Because $8,000 is not it for you.
Yeah, basically. Unless
Basically.
maybe if only it could be adjusted to something more.
Like,
Let's say 100. So let me see. By the end of 8 hours, I should be pulling up maybe 800K, close to a meal. That I know I could maybe get.
so at the end of 8 hours, you have $800,000. And then
Maybe that's just me being just. Let me just being too
being humble.
humble.
Nolan has given you a touch of how much is good money for him. All right, that's nice. At this point, we are going back to your first question.
Oh,
What is one thing about you many people don't know?
one thing about me, many people don't know. I think one thing about me, it's right there because think they just know me. I mean, because what I give, what I display is just who I am. So maybe I'm still trying to figure out
what it
what
is people don't know
people
about
don't
you.
know about me.
Apparently, everything you are is what you allow people to see.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So if you're out there and you're seeing this beautiful young man seated beside me, Chief Technical Analyst, Digital Abundance, there is nothing about him you know that is not open to every other person. So Nolan is like an open book. It's not a secret. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
More like an open book.
Like,
Nolan Amadi, thank you for coming on the business on the Internet Business Show today. It's been a fun ride with you. I've learned a lot personally, and of course, I know if you're watching this, it's not been a boring session for you. You have also learned a lot of lessons. And Nolan, you're probably going to see more of Nolan here on DABA TV quite often, more often, very, very soon. But I'm glad to have him here on the show today. Do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe on DABA TV. And of course, like Nolan mentioned, knowledge is the key thing to succeed in whatever field you find yourself. And if you're looking to play in the cryptocurrency space, you know where to get that knowledge from. Visit www.daba.school and look for the courses. On that courses, search for the trade and make money course. The fastest, the best-selling course on the platform. And of course, you should know why that is. That is because it lives up to its name. You trade, and of course, you make money. My name is Emeka Eze. This is DABA TV, and you just watched the Internet Business Show with Emeka Eze and Nolan Amadi. Until I come your way next week, stay safe, stay happy, and keep learning.